Hope you all liked my previous videos. Thanks for your unconditional support and love. In this video, we are going to see two things. One is the location of the factor mind, and the second is what are the various layers of the so-called mind or the components, you can call it, or with what it is made up of. You can call it as like the building blocks, you can call that way as well. So first thing that we are going to see is the location of the mind. Our ancient thinkers have clearly classified it as the third layer. How? For this we have to understand the Panchakosha theory. Pancha means five, Kosha means layers. So our ancient thinkers have said that our body is made up of five layers. Annamaya Kosha, that is the physical body, Pranamaya Kosha, which is the energy body, then the Manomaya Kosha, which is the mental body or the mental plane about which we are talking about, and then the Vijnanamaya Kosha or the astral plane, and then the Anandamaya Kosha or the bliss or the oneness, which even Maslow popularly called it as the self-actualization. So understanding who you are is what is Anandamaya Kosha or the bliss. So here I wish to first go on and talk about the Manomaya Kosha, which is the third layer of the body. And in the subsequent videos, I am planning to give the layers or the components of the Annamaya Kosha and the Pranamaya Kosha as well, because mind and body are closely interconnected. When one gets affected, the other gets automatically affected. So, first let us finish the Manomaya Kosha, and then I will talk about the Annamaya Kosha, and then I will also talk about how these two are interlinked and interrelated, and how these two are affected when one gets affected. So, we will be seeing all these things in our subsequent videos. And I am happy to share here one more thing, that many of my friends, my students, they had posted me some questions for me to answer here. Thank you so much for all my students and friends for giving me the questions. Surely in this series of videos, I will be answering each one of their questions. Okay. So first, the location is the third layer. So coming to the components or the blocks, building blocks with which it is made up of, or the layers. Here our ancient thinkers had said it as 8 layers. 8 layers, the Manomaya Kosha itself consists of 8 layers. Okay. So what are these 8 layers? Now the first thing that we need to understand is, whenever we think of anything, whenever there is a thought that comes to us, it travels with a frequency, it travels with a wavelength. This we all know. Whenever there is a traveling in the atmosphere or in the space around us, it creates some vibrations in the space near us. These vibrations create a kind of electromagnetic field around us. So based on the thoughts that is being produced, see, we should not think or limit ourselves that we produce only one thought at one particular point of time. When I am talking itself, my mind is producing so many thoughts. When you are hearing this video, your mind is producing so many thoughts. You are connecting your knowledge, you are connecting your experiences. Many thoughts are going on in your mind. So based on these thoughts, there is a electromagnetic field that is created around us, which is called as the electromagnetic energetic force. This is the first layer of the Manomaya Kosha. So you have to understand from where to where this layer extends. Okay. So this is a very subtle thing. You cannot see this with your eyes, but it still exists. Okay. So electromagnetic, this is what we call it, even like vibes சரியில்லப்பா அந்த இடத்துல, அந்த இடத்துல வைப்ரேஷன் நல்லாவே இல்லை. அண்ட் வென் யூ கோ டு த டெம்பிள் யூ ஃபீல் தட் த வைப் இஸ் டூ குட். ஐ ஃபெல்ட் ரியலி வெரி பீஸ் அண்ட் காம்ஃபுல். ஸோ அந்த இடத்துல உங்களுக்கு ஹவு டு யூ ஃபீல் தட் வைப்ரேஷன்? பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் தட் எலக்ட்ரோமேக்னெட்டிக் எனர்ஜெட்டிக் ஃபோர்ஸ் தட் இஸ் பீன் created in that particular field, you are able to feel that. So that is the first layer of the Manomaya Kosha. Here every individual, every human being has this electromagnetic energetic force around that particular individual. Whenever there is a force that is existing, it should have been created from a center, right? There is one center point from which the force travels. That center is the second layer. So that force which has been created, and then second is the center layer, which is the epicenter of that electromagnetic force. As we all know, this anything, even if it is cyclone, in the epicenter it is completely silent, right? So we can relate it like the electromagnetic energetic force, we can relate it to the ripples of the lake or the river. When the ripples are stagnant, when you go to the center or the epicenter of the electromagnetic energetic force, that is silent. Many people misunderstand this epicenter to be the bliss. Because it is silent, it gives a kind of calmness, it gives a kind of peace. So, but you have still, you are peripherally, you have just reached the seashore, you can understand that way, okay. So the ripples are done, and then you come to the epicenter. When you cross this epicenter, there you will see the various thoughts that is coming to you. That is the third layer. Various thoughts. It might be anything from anywhere. Interconnection you don't even know, you don't even understand. So these thoughts are the third layer. When you cross this third layer, you will understand the behaviors or the actions that the thoughts creates. If this thought comes, what are the various actions that can be executed in the environment? So you would have done certain actions. So based on the thoughts, some experiences, some actions, some behaviors, you have done that. All that is in the fourth layer. What are the actions that you have done or going to do, or what are the various possibilities that you can even, so it can exist both in the past, present and future. So you can think something and you can create some actions without being executing it in the environment. You can execute it in that plane and understand how it would be. Then there itself you can correct your actions and then execute it in the environment. You understand that blueprint? Okay. So that is the fourth layer, which is the actions of the thoughts. And then the fifth layer is the effects of those actions or the behaviors that you have done, doing or going to do. Again, this is in the in all the three cases, all the three tenses. So you will think of the pros and cons, effects. What would be the consequences of it when I do this action? Will it be good to me? Will it be doing some happy moment or for me or something? So that is the fifth layer. Effects of our actions is the fifth layer. Sixth layer is sixth, seventh and eighth layer is your memory. So all these three together, put together, we can call it as the memory. Now in the bifurcation, sixth layer is the spontaneous or the short-term memory. So you create something in the blueprint itself, you understand the effects. I don't want this, let me finish it off. So that experience, spontaneously it goes. Okay, this spontaneous memory stays for very, very short period of time. And then this can also contain short-term memory, which stays for a shorter period of time, say for a day, 10 days or 2 months. Okay, after that slowly it gets faded off. You don't even remember what happened. These are called as spontaneous or short-term memory. The seventh layer is the long-term memory, which even exists for a very long period of time, say even to your lifetime. So, certain experiences, certain actions that we have done remain in our memory for a longer period of time. That is the long term memory. Sometimes we even remember the traumatic incidences that had happened in our childhood when we are at 30s and 40s and 60s. So that all stays in a long term memory. Now, the eighth layer, that is the most important layer which gets connected to the astral plane, is the soul impressions. Soul impressions are the deep rooted memories, deep rooted emotions, deep rooted experiences which gets carried over to even next births. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Patanjali says that an individual carries only these impressions that is being here in the chitta. So this is what is the one is connecting it to the astral plane, or where you have the causal body, where we have to understand about the three sharira theory as well. We will be seeing all those theories in detail in the upcoming videos. So these are the 8 layers of the mind. I'll repeat again. First layer of the Manomaya Kosha is the electromagnetic energetic force. Second layer is the epicenter of that electromagnetic energy force. Third layer is the thoughts that we produce at a period of time. Fourth layer is the actions that can happen, is happening, happened in all the three tenses. Fifth layer is the effects of these actions. Seventh layer is the fifth layer is the effects of these actions. Sixth, seventh, and eighth is the memory. Sixth is the short spontaneous or the short term memory. Seventh is the long term memory, and eighth is the soul impressions. Hope you are clear with these things. In the upcoming videos, in the next video, I will be talking about the 8 layers of the physical body as well. And then I will talk about how this mind and body are interrelated. How if one gets affected, the other gets also affected. Meanwhile, if you have any clarifications, any questions, do not forget to put it in the comment box. We will be surely try to answer all the questions. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe our channel for upcoming videos. Thank you so much.